back. PlayaTshow, that's me, Hollywood in the hood. I'm doing it really big with Cathy Belk Jumpstart Inc. right here. What's the thinking behind that? What's the the genius idea behind let's have a business competition like that?
Yeah, well, we know that every business needs money. We want to give away a little bit of money to get people excited to come in, meet people, start to see who's there, start to find the other business owners who can help them or the people on our team, and get involved.
Right. Now, is it a culture type thing where years later all these people that you didn't help and gave access to and helped them grow their businesses, that you're still all down, you're still all in an organization, so to speak, and you work with each other and network?
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic. In fact, it'd be even better if it doesn't have to include us. You know? I mean,
we didn't hold your hand long enough.
No,
it's time to walk on your own.
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean it like, it can all happen organically.
Okay.
That people can help each other.
Right.
And they can do it in our office, but they could also do it in their neighborhood or their home or wherever they are.
Right. So
one of the things I love about the people who we work with is how many say, when I'm successful, I want to help the next person.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. I mean, that's what really makes this all work, which is every business owner's looking out for the other ones.
Well, Cathy, have you ever had that person to say, well, you know what? I don't know what y'all did for me, I appreciate it, but I don't really know, I don't know what you did for me.
Sure.
The unappreciative.
Sure. Well, I would say this. Not every business is successful.
Yeah.
And it can be hard. And one of the things we really want to help people understand is it's totally okay and it's common for people who start businesses to have one that's successful and then one that's maybe not.
Yeah.
But that's a hard thing to understand. And so sometimes if people work with us and that business isn't as successful as they want, they can kind of feel that way. But we just talk about it.
Yeah.
You got to talk about it, and then it doesn't become a bad thing. It becomes just part of that process.
Right. In your mind, what has been the biggest obstacle to small businesses in their early stages coming up that you keep hearing reoccurring in your office?
Yeah, our entrepreneur friends, they tell us, it's the money.
It's the bread. We need help. It's the bread. It's the money.
Yeah,
okay.
Finding the money.
Right.
Finding the money because you need to buy, equipment. You need to rent space. It all costs money. So,
how are you guys keeping your morale up in the office to where you want to come to work every day and you're happy doing what you're doing and excited for other people and their success?
Oh my gosh, that's the easiest part of our job because entrepreneurs are so optimistic. They're envisioning things. They have plans.
Yeah.
And we get to work with them.
When you ain't got nothing going on, baby, it's kind of tough. What you doing today? Nothing. What you up to? Nothing. Stay away from them types. PlayaTshow, that's me, Hollywood in the hood. Doing it really big. You see I got Cathy Belk of Jumpstart Incorporated, but I also got another guy up here with us, a great person up here with us. We're really glad that you're here.
Thank
Successful
you,
business proprietor. A lot of y'all know him. A lot of y'all done been through the shop and got faded up. You know what I mean? Got blended up. Got bladed up, got that 1.5, got that 2.5, and all of that mess. I don't know the barbershop lingo like that. I'm just acting like I do. You know what I mean? Waverly Willis.
What's up, everybody?
UrbanKutz Barbershop. Hey, Waverly, how you doing, man?
Right, my man, I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah. Now, I take it you've been under the wing and you've rocked with Jumpstart Incorporated.
Absolutely.
In what capacity?
Well, I have went through their Core City program, and I just recently won the $10,000 prize for their impact.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah.
$10,000.
Well, okay. I'm glad you're here because, now we get to find out how it goes. So how did you even find out about Jumpstart?
Okay, well, before I get started, first, PlayaTshow, I want to salute you, my man.
Oh, thank you,
We've
man.
never formally met before, but I told Cathy that we've never met, but he's a very known entity in Cleveland. But I also want to tell you that right here you got the big dog at Jumpstart. She didn't just send one of the, I mean, everybody's great at Jumpstart. She didn't just send one of the staff members down. This the CEO right here.
Yeah.
And if you go down to Jumpstart, you go see a wall full of not million, billion-dollar corporations that back them. So you hearing it straight from the source right here.
Yeah.
So, I salute you, and I salute you.
Likewise.
For it shows that Cathy has a lot of respect for you guys. You know.
Okay. Thank
I
you,
do.
man. Appreciate
that is
both
actually
of you.
true.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, but as far as Jumpstart, I'm a champion for Jumpstart. UrbanKutz Barbershop. We were voted best barbershop in Cleveland. Voted and ranked best barbershop.
I mean, I keep seeing JPEG photos of people in his chairs. So I
That's
mean,
right. That's
I
right.
keep seeing it.
I got a challenge that I'll give to you guys in this room as well as to everybody that's watching. If you go on your phone on Google right now and you put in best barbershop in Cleveland, if UrbanKutz does not come up as #1, we will be on the first page. And I'll give you $20 right now.
Oh! Y'all better hit that Google search if you need that Chipotle money.
Right, so do that. But
you ain't gonna win, though.
No, you're not gonna win. I've never paid out on that. So, you know, I've been in business for 10 years. I got 2 locations, one on 111th in Detroit. The other one is on Pearl Road. And I found out about Jumpstart because, you know, I was just explaining to Cathy, being in the barber industry, I've kind of transformed my thought process. I'm a student, and I'm always going to remain teachable and humble of business. So I get into all the workshops and things of that nature that I can. And I went through a program called the President's Council, which you guys should look into as well.
Yeah. I think Alicia Gray. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Right.
Good.
And 2 gentlemen, Lauren Novick and Patrick Cutcherson, came to one of our classes and taught in the President's Council, and that's how I got introduced to Jumpstart. So I started, again, being a student of business and always remaining teachable. I started going to the workshops that she was talking about, which are awesome.
Right.
You know, and that's how I kind of
So
got
what
involved
in
with
particular
Jumpstart.
happened with you at the core, in Cleveland core? Like how did you participate and what was that about?
Well, what the Core City Initiative did, what it polished me up. You know, the days of doing business like grandma and granddad that's dead. You can't just slap a wall, sign on the front of the building and say we're in business no more. Because eventually, like you guys spoke of earlier, you're going to need some money.
Right.
And in order to get some money, you're going to have to go to a bank or somebody like that. Mm-hmm. And if all your I's aren't dotted and T's are not crossed, they're not going to be able to give you that money. That's where Jumpstart comes in at. You know,
Okay.
They help you develop a business plan if you don't have one. And guess what? Guess how much it costs?
What's that?
That much.
Wow.
That
So
much.
so when you start getting this intense help and seeing that it was a great benefit to you and your business, you know, I mean, it had to feel good.
It had to feel. It felt great, and that's why I'm always shouting out Jumpstart. Anybody that comes to me, which it happens all the time, and approaches me about business, not just in the hair industry, but business, period, I'm always sending them to Jumpstart.
Now, you say you won a $10,000 award,
Yeah.
and what was that about?
Well, it was the impact class. Certain people that took, you got the Core City class, and then you have the impact class. People that came, certain people got picked from the Core City class.
The
to
really persistent ones. I hope y'all been getting that all
That's
night.
Right, you
Yeah.
definitely have to put in some work.
Okay.
You know? So the people that, I guess, you like to say, the cream rises to the top.
Yes.
So the best people from the Core City got put in the impact class.
Okay.
And
What were some of the things you were going over in the impact class?
in the impact class, we talked about, I learned about scale up, how I'm trying to scale my business up. So I'm trying to open multiple locations. I got the 2 now. I got a salon opening up in April.
Okay.
And so they're teaching me how to scale up, how to do projections, go-to-market strategy, things of that nature. The value of opportunity cost, you know, how either I can pay this guy $50 to do this, or I can do it myself. But the thing is, if I pay him $50, if I give him that $50, I can be over here making $100.
Okay.
You know, opportunity cost, things of that nature is crucial when you're in business. Time management is something that I'm still a work in progress, but I've gotten better with that. So small, intricate details in business is what makes your business set apart from other businesses.
Let me ask you a real question. Is a million barbershop salons, you know, why do you think you were picked to win the contest? In your own mind?
It wasn't just hair care. I was the only barbershop that was in the impact class. What made me stand out, I believe, is the fact that, and that's one of the questions they're going to ask you guys if you ever get involved, whomever gets involved, is what sets your business apart? What sets UrbanKutz apart is the fact that we're open 7 days a week. It's a multicultural barbershop, and that means, you know,
you can go in there. You can get the puppy dog.
That's
you can
right.
Get
you can
the
get that.
high top
you can
fade.
get that. You can get the high top kid and play. You can get the Ricky Schroeder.
Yeah, right.
You know, we in there working our blades and our shears,
Right.
big time. And you know, we all walks of life. Today I did 2 Asian guys, 2 guys from the Congo. You know,
Wow.
we get people. We're very well known. We have a very good internet presence at UrbanKutz, and I'm very proud of that. We have a very big LGBT population that comes through. Everybody is welcome at UrbanKutz, and that's one of the things, 2 of the things that make us stand apart.
Oh, okay.
And I delivered that in the pitch competition, and I think that those are some key strategies that I used in that competition that made the judges impressed.
So, real quick, if it's like 1 to 2 to 3 things you got advice for somebody like yourself that want to go through these programs and see what Jumpstart and organizations like theirs are about and part. Give some of your best advice.
Be very persistent, be very consistent. And if it's a new entrepreneur or entrepreneur that's already been in business that's trying to scale up, what's made me successful is I don't do it for money no more. I don't want to make money. I want to make a difference. When Cathy invited me to the show, and before we spoke on camera, she said we want to pump UrbanKutz. But I'm not really here to pump UrbanKutz. I'm here to shed light on the great treasure that Jumpstart is for the city of Cleveland. I want to put more people on.
Yeah, now if y'all just getting hip, you know, Jumpstart Incorporated is an organization that hooks entrepreneurs up and gives them access to the things that they need to grow their business or scale their business, as Waverly has been telling us about, you know. That's real big in the community, so you're to be commended. I mean, I know you hear it all the time, but really though, you know. And then you have Waverly right here has a business that came up under the umbrella of the programs.
Yep, I've been through the program.
And you're championing it. You feel good about it. So obviously, well, how did you? Let's take it back to the beginning though, Waverly. You know, because you're working on your 3rd shop now. Let's take it back to the first one. To have the confidence and the wherewithal to start a business. How did that come about with you?
Well, that comes from my childhood. You know, my mother, Waverly Willis, God rest her soul. I was a kid. I had 3 brothers. My mom was a single parent. She used to cut our hair, and she did a really terrible job at it. And the kids would do that when we go to school,
right.
Laugh at our haircut. And I remember when I was about 8 years old, my mom sat me down for my bi-weekly haircut. And I remember her coming to me with the clipper in hand. I grabbed her wrist and I said, "Mom, can I just cut my own hair?" And she said, "I don't care who cuts your hair as long as it gets cut." Right. And so I started cutting my own hair and started grabbing the younger kids in the neighborhood, kids that was 4 and 5 years old, same demographic, single parent homes. You know, their parents didn't care. You know, they might have like a crooked lineup or maybe a fat part in their hair or something like that, but it was cut, it was manageable. You know, and the same kids that was laughing at me were the same kids maybe a year or so later after I practiced and got better at it, pulling me to the side, asking me if I could cut their hair.
How real is that?
Right, but this the kicker right here. Soon thereafter, my mom's basement would be full of kids from the neighborhood and from school, and my mom would take a head count to see all the kids in her basement. I would started charging $3 per haircut, and my mom would charge me $1 per person.
Hello.
Yeah, so I guess that's where I got my entrepreneurial spirit from.
Sure.
You know, outside of the normal childhood dreams of being a rapper or a DJ, because I used to DJ and rap and all that good stuff, and being a professional athlete. I wanted to be a barber, man.
Yeah.
You know, so everything that I prayed for are the things that I got, and that's, you know.
Now hold on, Waverly. You know, in the shop there's shop talk. You even heard Trump says locker room talk. Well, that's all
Right.
kind of same talk, right?
Right.
Well, you know, they come in there with these stories. What kept you from being distracted and going down them same streets with them same characters?
Well, don't get me wrong. I definitely have a checkered past.
Okay.
You know, the person that's sitting right here, I'm a dude from EC. I went to Shaw.
Okay.
I came out in '89, so I'm sure we know some of the same guys. I ran these streets right here,
Okay.
you know, all the way up into East Cleveland. So, you know, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't sit here and tell a story and say I actually did not get caught up in, you know, in the streets, because I did. But you know what? Right. More than that. But, you know, again, we ain't gonna go there right now.
Yeah.
You know, but that's I'm not ashamed to share my past, you know what I'm saying? And I use that experience right now.
You didn't let it define you.
Absolutely not. You know, I use it to my advantage, because most likely if somebody's going through something that sits in my chair, it's like a ministry for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said a moment ago, I don't do it for money to make money. I do it to make a difference. So 9 times out of 10, whatever person sitting in my chair, whatever they're going through, I probably went through that. And if I haven't went through that, I know somebody that has. So I can speak from the heart and from experience. And you know what? People come to me for me. I'm so fortunate to have a large clientele base. People come to me from the east side. Both my shops on the west side. They come to me from all over. And I know that, and I tell this to my barbers as well. People pass 20 barbershops just to sit in your chair. That's an honor.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't take that lightly.
Yeah.
So knowing that they didn't pass all these shops, everybody, it's a barbershop on every corner. I know that.
Yeah.
You know, so when you put that in perspective, that means I really got to lace this person, because they came all the way over here just to sit in my chair.
Right.
You know, they don't come to me for my skill set, which is immaculate, by the way.
Yeah.
They come to me for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, Cathy, how gratifying is it when you meet guys like Waverly and come across their businesses and they begin to scale their business?
I mean, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
That story is incredible.
Right.
And when I said we get our excitement,
That's
our
right.
happiness to coming to work every day, because we get to talk to guys like him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really incredible, and ladies too.
Yeah.
So we love it. And, you know, Waverly's being very modest. He has worked so hard. I mean, part of the reason that he won the $10,000 is he works so hard. Entrepreneurs work really hard, and he, you know, listened, he challenged, he pushed us, we pushed him. It was a great partnership, which is why he's so successful.
So, I mean, how is it when you drive through the communities and you get to see and you look at these storefronts, you look at these places that you've actually, you know, gave them a little help?
Well, we're in the background. You know, it is all about the entrepreneur. But when we see people successful like that, creating healthy businesses and neighborhoods and jobs and communities, it's really why we're at work every single day.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best thing.
How real is that? So your criteria, what is your criteria that you're looking to work with? Because, you know, everybody has an idea. Hey, Cathy, yeah. You know.
Yeah. Everybody who has an idea, come. Because that's what we find. We will help anybody, but they got to stick with us. That's the part about the hard work.
Even if you come in there with an idea, you know, you don't have a storefront, you want to sell striped socks. Cathy, I want to sell striped socks. They go say, okay, where your business plan? I don't have one. They got a farm strip. They got a pipeline. They gonna work with you all the way up to you ready to get in one of their programs. That's the beautiful thing about Jumpstart, man. And
And
again,
with our partners.
it's free. Yeah, with their
we have
partners.
a lot of partners too. The Urban League, the Hispanic Business Center.
Right,
We've got the President's Council.
right, you got to be willing to put in work,
You do.
because sometimes being an entrepreneur can be a lonely space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not everybody knows or can relate to the mind of an entrepreneur, and I'm sure you have that mindset because you've been doing this for so long.
Yes.
I'm sure that it's synonymous. I can't cut this off.
Yeah, right.
I can't cut it off.
Right.
I try to, it's always something going on up here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not everybody understands that. You know, they say entrepreneurs are the crazy people that will quit a stable 40-hour-a-week job, you know, with benefits just to go work for themselves for no money for 80 hours a week.
Real quick, where are your locations at?
I'm on the corner of 111th in Detroit in the Cadell neighborhood, Detroit Shore Way, and I'm at 4491 Pearl Road, UrbanKutz Barbershop. We're on Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, Facebook, YouTube, Google, Google+, UrbanKutzCleveland.com.
Now, Cathy, if somebody wanted to get in touch with your organization and, you know, either help out or, you know, seek your help, how can they get in touch with you?
Sure. So we have a website, jumpstartinc.org, and there's a place there that says apply. And really, it's not an application. It's just a way for you to put your name and your phone number and your email so we can reach you.
Leave a departing word for us, you know, that put somebody in a great space where they can find you guys and be and it actually works out to their advantage.
Leave a word?
Yeah, some advice that you can give somebody that will help them go through your program and be successful like Waverly.
Don't give up. Persistence. But also listen. Listen and think and act. Okay,
Listen, think, and act.
that was more than one, wasn't it? Listen, think, and act. I don't know. What do you think?
I think remain teachable at all times. You even if you think you're an expert, sometimes you can learn what not to do from people.
Right.
So just remain teachable, remain humble, and go get it. It's yours. Own it.
Oh!